Welcome back to Thinkstruments, where we explore the ideas that shape our world. Today, we're diving into a topic that's often celebrated but deeply misunderstood: meritocracy. In the late 19th century, a young Scottish American named Andrew Carnegie worked as a bobbin boy in a cotton factory, earning just $1.20 a week, barely enough to survive. Carnegie's story is often held up as the epitome of the American dream: a poor immigrant who, through sheer grit and determination, rose to become one of the wealthiest men in the world, revolutionizing the steel industry along the way. But what's often left out of the story is the role of fortune and timing. Carnegie happened to live during a period of rapid industrialization where opportunities for wealth creation were unprecedented. He had mentors who guided him and investors who believed in his vision. So while his hard work and intelligence were undeniable, it's clear that external factors played a significant role in his success. And this brings us to a central question. Is meritocracy, the idea that success is solely the result of individual talent and effort, a realistic way to view the world? Politicians across the ideological spectrum seem to think so. Barack Obama, in his 2013 inaugural address, emphasized the importance of giving everyone an equal chance to succeed, regardless of their background. Donald Trump echoed a similar sentiment in 2017, advocating for a level playing field for American companies and workers. Meritocracy, in theory, suggests that our rewards in life, whether it's money, power, jobs, or university admissions, should be based on skill and effort. It's a notion that if you work hard and have talent, you'll rise to the top. It's a great one, certainly. And this concept, though, stands in stark contrast to older systems like hereditary aristocracy, where your position in society was determined by the fortune of birth, really. But here's where we need to also make an important distinction between merit and meritocracy, and it's quite vital that distinction is drawn, because I'm not arguing against merit. Merit itself is about the value of one's skills, talents, and efforts. When we recognize merit, we acknowledge that someone has achieved something through their own abilities and hard work. Merit is real and valuable. It's what drives people to learn, grow, and strive for excellence. A person who is skilled at their job, who dedicates time and energy to their craft, certainly deserves recognition and reward for their contributions. And in this sense, merit is essential, and it's for a thriving and functional society. It's what motivates innovation, progress, personal growth, and ambition. Meritocracy, on the other hand, is a system or ideology that suggests that these rewards, success, wealth, power, are or should be distributed solely based on merit. It's the belief that the social and economic hierarchy we see in the world is a direct reflection of individuals' talents and efforts. The problem with meritocracy arises when it assumes that the playing field is level, that everyone has the same opportunities, and that success or failure is entirely within an individual's control. Take Bill Gates, for example. Gates is often hailed as a self-made billionaire, a genius who rose to the top purely through his intelligence and hard work. But as economist Robert Frank highlights in his book Success and Luck, Gates's rise to the top involved more than just merit. Good fortune played a significant role, whether it was being born into a supportive family, having access to early computing resources at school, or even the timing of the personal computer revolution. Many programmers with similar skills never reached Gates's level of success, simply because they weren't in the right place at the right time. Bill Gates's mother used to have to drive him to his first meetings because he didn't have a car or a license. So even in our personal careers, good fortune plays a critical role. Think of J.K. Rowling and the whole Harry Potter series. Before her success, Rowling was struggling as a single mother, living on welfare and battling depression. She had a great story, but faced numerous rejections from publishers, 12 to be exact, before a small publishing house, Bloomsbury, decided to take a chance on her manuscript. What made the difference? Well, as the story goes, the publisher's decision was heavily influenced by the enthusiasm of the chairman's 8-year-old daughter, who loved the first chapter. Now, that bit of good fortune, having her manuscript land in the hands of someone who was both in a position to make a decision and had the right personal connection, played a critical role in Rowling's eventual success. Now, despite obviously her undeniable talent and hard work, it was this fortunate break that propelled her from struggling writer to one of the most successful authors in history. But the implications of meritocracy go beyond individual success stories. Research in psychology and neuroscience suggests that believing in meritocracy can make people more selfish, less self-critical, and even more discriminatory. If there ever was an experiment that demonstrated this the best, well, in my opinion anyway, researchers at Beijing Normal University designed an experiment to investigate how the perception of skill and merit affects people's behavior, particularly in social and economic interactions. And this was most certainly a very interesting reflection. So participants were first asked to engage in what they believed to be a skill-based game. The game was designed to create the illusion that participants' performance was based on their own abilities, even though the outcomes were actually random and not related to skill at all. So they were setting up winners and losers. So after the game, participants were divided into two groups: those who were led to believe they had won the game and those who were not given any such feedback. The winners were made to feel that their success was a direct result of their skill and effort. Oh, you're so brilliant. What a strategic player, and so on and so forth. So following this, all the participants took part in a well-known economic experiment called the ultimatum game. Now, in this game, one player, the proposer, is given a sum of money and asked to propose how to divide it between themselves and another player, the responder. The responder can either accept the offer, in which case both players receive the proposed amounts, or reject it, in which case neither player gets anything. Now, most people are okay with a 50-50 split. So let's say it's $100. The proposer and the responder each walk away with $50. What a bargain. What a pleasure. But if the proposer wants to take more, say $60, and the responder only $40, then the responder can reject it and nobody gets anything. People will literally cut their nose off to spite someone else's face. So the key finding of the study was that those participants who believed they had won the initial skill-based game tended to behave more selfishly in the ultimatum game. Specifically, they were more likely to offer a smaller share of the money to the other player. They're winners, so they deserve a little bit more, and keeping that larger portion for themselves. This behavior contrasted with the participants who didn't receive any feedback, suggesting they hadn't won. These individuals tended to propose more equitable divisions of the money. The crazy and scary and very serious thing in all of this was that those who thought they were losers in the previous game were more accepting of the unfair split, because somehow the proposer was a winner and deserved more. So the researchers concluded from all of this that when people are made to believe that their success is due to their own skill, whether or not this is actually true, they are more likely to act in ways that are self-serving or, at the inverse, self-sacrificing when they think they're losers, as if they somehow deserve more or less. Now, this suggests that the belief in meritocracy, even when artificially induced, changes the whole perception of deservedness and entitlement. Now, this experiment highlights a broader psychological insight as well. See, when people believe they have earned their success and failures purely through their own efforts, they may become less empathetic and more inclined to justify unequal outcomes. Now, in a business context, this could manifest as leaders or employees becoming either less or more willing to share resources, credit, or opportunities with others, under the assumption that they alone are responsible for their achievements or failures. Understanding this dynamic is crucial for organizations striving to create fair and inclusive environments. It shows that while recognizing individual merit is important, it's equally important to remain aware of the broader context, including the roles that good fortune, timing, and collaboration play in achieving success. Now, this kind of mindset can lead to toxic work environments when it's overly meritocratic, where collaboration and empathy are actually undervalued. People are hoarding things to themselves. Moreover, the belief in meritocracy can actually exacerbate inequality. A study by Emilio Castilla at MIT and Stephen Bernard at Indiana University found that companies that explicitly embraced meritocracy tended to give greater rewards to male employees over female employees with identical performance evaluations. And this paradox occurs because people who believe they are fair and just may be less likely to scrutinize their own biases, leading to unintended discrimination. Now, given the role that fortune plays, the question then becomes, how can one improve their fortune? Well, we can't control it entirely. We can take steps to increase the likelihood of encountering positive opportunities. So here are a few strategies. Firstly, increase your luck or fortune surface area by maximizing exposure to opportunities. As the well-worn trope goes, if you aren't networking, you aren't working. So build and maintain a diverse network of relationships. The more people you know, the more opportunities you'll have to encounter fortunate breaks. Networking isn't just about what you can gain. Really, it's about being open to unexpected opportunities that others in your network might bring, and as importantly, that you can bring to them. Nobody likes a taker. Now, outside of being born into a network, you don't simply get into a network, you become part of one. And the best way to do that is by finding a way to make the actual net do its work, whatever that work may be. Your network isn't just people. Our brain is a network of schemas that grows more interconnected as we acquire new skills and knowledge. And the more equipped you are, the better positioned you'll be to take advantage of opportunities when they arise. Additionally, being well informed and adaptable can make you more attractive to potential collaborators and mentors. Another thing you can do is embrace serendipity. Be open to the unexpected. Sometimes fortune comes from unexpected places. After all, every tomorrow is, in a sense, a foreign country. By being open to new experiences and willing to take risks, you increase the chances of stumbling upon opportunities and spotting them where nobody else does. Things that other people will miss. And this means saying yes to new challenges and being willing to explore uncharted territory. And then you can create fortune by taking action. The more you put yourself out there, whether you're starting new projects, attending events, or simply engaging with others, the more you increase your chances of encountering fortune. It's about creating opportunities for good fortune to find you, in a sense. And 80% of success is just showing up. Showing up not just physically, that's just presenteeism, but mentally, emotionally, passionately. And as obvious as this might seem, cultivate a positive mindset. Optimistic people are more likely to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Resilience helps you bounce back from failures, allowing you to stay in the game long enough for fortune to turn in your favor. By maintaining a positive outlook, you're more likely to recognize and capitalize on fortunate breaks when they come your way. Think of the word optimism. It's the same thing as opportunity optimizing. And then gratitude. This is a big one. Recognizing and appreciating the role of external factors in your success can keep you grounded and more connected to others. This mindset not only fosters humility, but also makes you more generous and open to collaborative opportunities, which can, in turn, create more good fortune. And then you have to leverage the idea that preparation meets opportunity. Stay prepared. Sharpen that saw. The famous saying, fortune favors the prepared, rings true. Being prepared means you're ready to seize an opportunity when it presents itself, whether it's honing your craft, staying informed about industry trends, or being financially prepared to take a risk. Preparation can turn a chance event into a life-changing opportunity. In the end, recognizing the role of fortune doesn't diminish the value of hard work and talent. It simply adds a layer of realism to our understanding of success. Merit is valuable and should be recognized, but meritocracy as a system, unchecked, can be dangerous. It encourages a worldview where those who succeed believe they deserve all the credit, while those who struggle are seen as inherently less capable. This mindset ignores the crucial role of external factors that were part of an ecosystem, part of an environment of privilege and social support and that type of things. And it will lead to a society where inequality is not just tolerated, but justified, or worse, even celebrated. In many ways, the word fortune itself encapsulates this duality. On one hand, it refers to good fortune, the wealth and success that come from being in the right place at the right time and having the right opportunity. On the other hand, fortune also relates to the future, as in fortune telling, the unpredictable twists and turns that can change the course of a life or a career. Understanding this duality allows us to better appreciate the complex interplay of factors that contribute to success and help us make a fortune. So, as we move forward in our careers and lives, let's remember that while our efforts and talents are important, they're only part of the equation. By acknowledging the role of fortune, both the good and the misfortunate, we can foster a more empathetic, fair, and inclusive society. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you found this discussion thought-provoking, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much.